At this point, you may be wondering how all this comes together. Though I covered this in another one of my videos, I'll do it again here, no problem. For starters, we get our fireworks from TNT, which is just off I-95 over the PA line. I pursue their catalog ahead of time to optimize what they have and what we want to get, making sure that we take advantage, of course, of any coupons or any sales they may be doing. The TNT website is fantastic, really, because they show a lot of videos of the items that they carry, so we can see what they'll look like before we buy them. And we also get the time, how long each item takes to go off. That'll come up relevant later. I used to do individual mortars instead of the boxes, but that was just way too labor intensive and time consuming, so I stopped doing that. Anyway, after collecting the timing, I map everything out on a spreadsheet, and there's a picture of it here in this video. And that's pretty much what the mapping looks like there. After the computer designing is done, it's time to get to work. I took these pictures walking around the board after it was set up. Yeah, I know, I guess I could have made a video out of that too, but I didn't really think of that. And everything is already set off, so I can't go back and do it now. There are a total of 14 items on the board, though you might not be able to see them all. Since TNT doesn't sell spare fuse, I got some online from a place called Pyro Creation. I measured a piece of the fuse and timed out how quickly it burned, and it was pretty much 2 and 3/4 seconds per inch. When setting everything up, I try to keep the fuse in as single long of a piece as possible, and then just connect all the items to it and try to cut it as little as possible. But sometimes it just has to be cut anyway. I mark the fuse for each interval and then connect the elements where they need to be put. The items fuses are then tied, which is able to do better with the mortar fuses because they were longer and flexible. Or I use these tiny little zip ties. It's pretty much now that's all I do is use those tiny little zip ties. But when I lay out everything, I got to make sure the fuse doesn't overlap each other because, of course, I don't want something to go off prematurely. The process isn't perfect, and sometimes the next thing starts going off before the previous one is finished, but that's just because of the inconsistency with the fuse timing and that. But it's close enough, and you might not even notice when something mistimed like that. And it did happen in this past video, and in case you missed it, I'm not going to point it out either. At this point, everything is set up and ready to go. We put the board out. When the time comes, turn on the camera, light the fuse, sit back, and enjoy the show. Thanks a lot for your time. Have a great day.